Hello, welcome back. My name's Jeff. I'm an artist, illustrator, and maker. And if you're new, welcome. This is the third video in this series that I'm doing where I am preparing to go to an illustration market fair in Brisbane called Brisbane Illustration Fair. And this video is a nice little short one. It's kind of like tying up all the little loose ends before we fly in 2 days to Brisbane and do the market over a weekend. So yeah, hope you enjoy the little insights, and you'll even find out what I did to my finger whilst in the studio on the weekends. It's not pretty, but yeah, enjoy. Okay, so the most exciting thing is about to happen. I am going to lay out all my prints and start cutting them. I haven't been doing it because I wanted to get some good footage of them all laid out together so I can see them in all their beauty. Oh yeah, I've got my doubles. Eee! Ah, it's so bright and colourful. Oh my god, I'm really into this one. Okay. So it's about a week out until the market, and I have spent the last few days just putting together a whole bunch of marketing, or like what I want to do for socials, basically. Because I am not from Brisbane and I'm traveling for it, it means that the market is going to have a lot more newer eyes to my work, which is really great. And the event also reshares pretty much everything that anyone posts about it. So I knew that I wanted to make at least a reel and get some really good photos together that I would share to be like, this is what I'm bringing, this is who I am. And then hopefully that would mean that a lot of the Brisbane folks would see it and hopefully come along and find me. So I did a reel, and that's been getting some really good traction, which is great. And I've been getting to know a whole bunch of the stall holders that are there as well, which is the other really fun part about doing a new market in a new area, is that I'm going to meet so many new people, which is really cool. And basically my plan is to just keep on re-sharing and posting this same stuff in the lead up to the event. And I'm going to take this camera while I am at the market, and I'm going to maybe give it to Zane to try and see if he can help me just like blog a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll be able to really get some good footage of when I'm there as well. So that's marketing side of everything done. And there's not too much more left to organize, which is really great. I'm feeling on top of things, but also like a little bit stressed. I had to move because my back was going to get sore laying in bed, and probably wasn't a wise decision. The other part that I have also done is I have worked out my pricing, which surprisingly has taken me a whole bunch more time than what I was expecting. I've done a lot of markets before and I'm like confident in my pricing, but I guess there's just a few extra little new elements that I wasn't expecting to kind of impact my decision making. So like, for one, obviously the economy at the moment and just the way that people are spending, I'm very conscious of that. Another thing is that I'm obviously flying to Brisbane and staying in accommodation. I'm paying for my partner to come along and sort of using it as like a little mini holiday, but he's going to be my assistant at the market, and he's really excited to come along and just like see the market as well. And we're just going to use it, as like a little bit of a holiday at the same time. There's a stall holder fee, and just like not wanting to be scared to price my work at what I know it's worth, but also obviously really wanting to make sure that I make enough money that I at least get into profit. So I keep on telling myself, just make things cheaper so I will know that I've got more chance of making the money. But then I am shooting myself in the foot because I'm not pricing it at what it should be priced at. So I just kept on jumping back and forth on that and like triple guessing myself so much. But yeah, I've now decided on the prices, which is great. Something that really helped me was going through each of the products and working out what it costs me materials to make, and then also the labor. I considered a little bit about if I was going to turn the products into a wholesale item and seeing what that cost would be, because wholesale is normally 50% of your retail price. And my aim for my wrapping paper and my cards and even my print is that I would love to be able to wholesale them at some point. So I'm at least considering that. And also, so many of these products are new as well. So I just hadn't sold them before. So I had to work that out, which was an added layer. But it's done now and I'm pretty happy with it. I just keep on telling myself, if things don't sell and I don't make profit, that's okay. This is like a new experience of a new market. It's a new angle to how I'm doing markets. This is obviously more of an illustration fair, whereas I'm used to being at a lot of design and like art 3D markets. I'm just like open to this new experience. I said I wanted to do new types of markets and this is what it is. So I'm just going to enjoy the experience. I'm going to try and sell obviously as much as I can and go from there. Yeah. So yeah, pricing has been sorted out and I really enjoyed making the little pricing tags with the little corner clicky. It's very ASMR. It's very satisfying to click it. And so I wanted to really like show you them. Ready? Isn't it good? Maybe I'll just do a whole video of just ASMR clicking corners of papers. The paper corner cutter thingy also just really elevates things as well. When I did it for the first time with my lollybag prints and turned them into like little mini playing cards, there was just something about it that just like, I don't know, why do cutting corners off things make them feel much more slick and expensive? It's just kind of like magic, I guess. I'm back sitting again. Oh, where's my... There it is. I'm back. So I have a feeling this blog is going to be a lot of me talking, which is fine. Well, not a lot, but like mainly me talking. So tomorrow, what's today? Wednesday. It's Wednesday. We fly out on Friday and we set up on Friday as well. Everything is printed. Everything is assessed. Everything is like assembled, backups. I think I've got everything sorted. Fingers crossed. I cut my finger on the weekend whilst doing all the backing cards for the prints. I literally sliced my finger. I'm not going to show you a picture. It actually wasn't too bad, but it obviously isn't ideal. Basically, I had my hand down, long ruler, and holding the ruler down, and I went with my Stanley knife and was like scoring and cutting backing boards for my prints. And my blade jumped off the board, jumped down and like ran down my ruler and then just like sliced down my nail on my pointer finger. And straight away I swore. And then luckily I had friends in the studio. We assessed it and it actually wasn't that deep. It just like cut through like the top part of my nail. So yeah, that sort of slowed me down for a little bit, but it's on the mend and it feels really good. And like, it's not infected and I've been keeping it clean. So that's great. But like a little injury, classic me, always getting injured, being clumsy, surprisingly. Yeah, it's been me all my life, I guess. But, oh, matchy. Tomorrow I'm going in with Zane and we're going to pack our 2 suitcases and our carry-ons to make sure everything fits. And fingers crossed for that. I didn't take any videos of the stall because I thought I'd just be showing it in the next final. This is the market. We're at the markets. This is what it looks like, kind of thing. And I kind of wanted to save it to be a proper reveal there, but I will, I guess, show you just a really quick photo and talk through like the final little tweaks that I made to it. I had to minimize the levels. I'm using collapsible crates as my back sort of level to lift everything up. I just had to strip it back just so everything would fit in the suitcase. I think it still works really well. When I'm doing markets where I'm not flying and I'm just driving, I can take more crates and I can level everything up and create lots of height and stuff. But for now, I just had to minimize it, condensing all the A4 and A3 prints into just like one stand that is on the top, because I don't think I'm going to be needing those as much. I basically want people to peruse and rummage through the A5s and then be like, oh, do you have this in A4 or do you have this in A3? And then I can show them that way. I don't need to have it on display, every single one on display, basically. And I think everything else kind of stays the same from the last time I showed you. My cards now have a little display. I made my little QR code and my little like label for all my Instagram and everything like that. I colored in my bunting sample, which I showed you in the marketing part. So I'm going to like pin that to the little rise parts behind the coloring in and the bunting books. So you'll have a little example there. It's really clear for people to see this is what it could look like when you do that. So I colored in that, which was really good. I would have loved to have had a like bigger Jeff McCann sign that maybe was like a table runner on the front or something. Just ran out of time and wasn't sold on the idea of like just getting something printed onto fabric just because. And I couldn't pack anything else like I could like sit on my table. So I'm just content with the idea of having just the two little display signs at either end of my table with my QR codes, and like that's just what it is for this market. Reality of the situation. So that is the little setup. I'm pretty excited. I've set aside my clothes and worked out my outfits, and I just kind of want to get there and get going. Oh, and I also got my petty cash sorted. I'm not sure how much I would be needing like cash float, but it's always good just to have it. And I also got my square sorted and like updated, so I shouldn't have any problems there. Put everything into the square so I can just like hit everything, get to give Zane a nice little retail refresher on what everything is. Probably do that tomorrow in the studio as well. And yeah, and then we're good to go. So I reckon I might just flip to us packing. Okay, so we have these two suitcases. We have to put the wrapping paper, roll it up, put it in my little protective sleeve thing, put my pre-packed drawers into the boxes that are actually already in the suitcases. And then Zane, who is behind the camera, and I'm going to kind of put our clothes in there as well, in around everything. And then we have to put some stuff in our backpacks too. So fingers crossed, we'll Tetris it in. Okay. Hopefully we have everything. I went through today and I checked. If we forget something, we forget something. Okay, there those. Okay. This and this one. This one. I haven't really checked what it's going to be like when they get tipped on the side.
Oh, but most of it's like tied together like that. Right?
Yeah, like these are somewhat. I think these ones will be fine.
Yeah.
Maybe I should. Like, I could do this.
With like the plastic covering it. That might be
like that. The blue tack that's going to hold together the whole stall. Maybe I should have done brown paper or something.
I think this is a little bit of stylistic flair with the red.
Not like me to use red.
Yeah,
It's
dark
old.
red.
It's old packaging from another event. Right, it's around. Airport man throwing this around. Okay, it feels pretty solid. Let's try this one. Airport man. Ah,
There's a little bit of I can hear
turbulence. Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah.
This is my very professional process of protecting the wrapping paper. I don't know if I'll ever travel with wrapping paper like this again because it's been hard. But basically, this is the display it's going to go in. And I've just used a bit of cardboard to make a bit of a sleeve. And I'm going to roll them up into bunches. I might just do it now. Roll them up in little, like 3 at a time, and place them inside there, and hopefully it works. It's too much to do with all of them at once, because I need them to sit flat.
So what's the reason for transporting them like this?
They don't fit in the suitcase flat. I think I could have flat packed them, maybe, but I was trying to just keep everything in the suitcase. And then file it out, and then it's like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then make sure it's as flat as possible, and then do the next lot of 2.
So you've got 2 sets per thing,
Yeah,
per bundle.
per bundle. And like there might be some that end up getting damaged on the way, but like I won't know if I don't try it, I guess.
And it's necessity.
Yeah. And I can always just keep the wrapping paper for myself. Or like sell it as a seconds. But then just do that. And then let it fan out. So like that's going to happen, which is annoying. But I can't stop it. I think if I put like tissue paper there, it'll hopefully do its job. Okay, so I have everything in there. 15 of each wrapping paper styles. I might quickly tape it and then stuff it with some tissue paper and then put a cardboard top on it. Or maybe I should just do flats on the inside.
A little bit.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no, I think that is probably better.
With
The soft tissue paper. And then
Not a lot of movement.
not a lot of movement, and then a cardboard topper. Let me go to my catalogue of cardboard.
Browse the collection.
Browse the collection. Just like that. Okay. Not cut myself again.
Careful. It's the thumbing technique.
It's a very special, powerful technique with cardboard.
Get a nice malleable.
Yeah, soften it down, thumb it. Look at my cut. This is the one that I was talking about the other day. It's actually healing quite well.
Gnarly.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'll just tape it down like this and make it as a top. But those 2 layers of cardboard really do something.
Really? I don't understand physics. That is so weird.
Okay, that's one.
Tick.
Oh,
Good on ya. How does it feel?
a little bit heavy, but okay.
This one's a little bit more agreeable.
Oh, so much better. Oh, 2, but I guess this one's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And that feels like it's going to hold.